Hey there guys, and you're back with Ided of Ided Online for another Zelda map build series episode featuring the amazing Tennessee Gaming.
What's up?
And of course, the undoubtedly amazing Space Nerd himself.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, indubitably. Indubitably, sir. So today, Space is doing it like a sir. And so today we're going to actually discuss a few of the different aspects that we haven't yet tackled in the Attack of the B team. No, not Attack of the B team, Attack of the Zelda team. Because it's not B team, it's the Zelda team.
Get your mind straight.
Zelda. But that actually leads in to what we're talking about. We're all dressed like Zelda because we need to discuss Zelda Sword Skills. And our resident expert here, the Space Nerd himself, is actually a Zelda Sword Skills expert, Space Nerd, skill nerd, expert. That guy. Yes,
Exactly.
him. So, if you wouldn't mind, Mr. Space himself, could you give us a rough talk through of some of the actual skills themselves, and we'll sort of go through with you on that side of things.
I would love to. Thank you so much, Ided, for that wonderful intro. And the Zelda Sword Skills are very useful. They all starts off with the basic skill, and that is going to be your sort of Z targeting, if you remember from Ocarina of Time. If you push the Z button, you lock on to a specific enemy. So right now, someone got shot, I believe.
Yeah, someone on TG's channel got shot apparently.
Okay. Emergency crews are responding, but we'll be fine. Now, in this side of the world, we're going to be stabbing people, specifically with a Master Sword. So, using the Z targeting key, it's bound by X to default. You'll lock on to an enemy. Right now, I'm locked on to
Can I ask quickly though,
TG.
before we go into how that works, how do you actually use these orbs then? So let's say I've got here the basic technique orb. How would I go about actually using this?
Just right-click it.
Just right click? Oh, and there you go. You have achieved level 1. Oh, and I achieved level 2. I held down right click too long. Okay, so that's how we actually say if they recognize it, it looks like that
There it is.
when you see it in the game, and you can pick that up, and then you just right click it, and that gives you the skill, and that allows you to Z target. Then does it?
Right, and again, it's the X is the default, and it could be changed in the config on the escape menu. And also, you could look at your different skills by pressing the P button default again, and that'll show you all the
There it is.
skills. Now,
Fancy little skill description window.
I've been messing around with this a lot, so I have almost all the skills, and so you can see on my point of view. They have the description of the sword skills, and then you could click on the different orbs in there, and it'll show you the one that you just learned. The basic technique should be in the bottom, and it tells you the summary, the range of your lock-on ability, the max combo size, and those all change with your different abilities that you learn and the levels.
I see.
So right now
Alright,
I
that's
have
quite
max, so I'm at 16 block, combo size 12, time limit 40 ticks. There you go. Where are you at right now? Because you're on level 2, right?
Yes, I'm at level 2. So on mine, with the basic ability, it says sword skill. I'll go past the description. Where is it? So it says range is 8 blocks, max combo size is 4, and the time limit is 24 ticks. Damage tolerance 1.
So there you go. I'm able to maintain a lock-on from all the way back here, while Ided is probably not able to lock on to me at this point, right?
No.
Right. So then, throughout the game, us crafty map makers will be putting these different orbs to give you different skills as you progress as a reward, and different things that we say should be. All right. So now that we have the basic skills, one of my favorite skills that we could use is the spin attack. And I believe Ided has the orb there that you pick up. When you have that orb, you pick it up and you use it, and it'll give you the spin attack skill. Now, all the skills are based on the basic skill that we just learned, which is the basic technique, which allows you to lock on. So once we're locked onto a target, let's say I'm locked on the TG right now, he did it. If you hit the A and D buttons, or the left and right, you spin around and do a spin attack.
So do you need to click on the? So you have to target. Let's say so. I've got targeted on you. So then what do I have to click on the sword first?
No,
Or do I just hold A and D?
just A and D, and that will give you a spin.
Okay, and so does it matter which one I press first?
You said that it did. It does. Oh yeah, which one you hit first? It does affect which way you spin. I think that's cosmetic because it's gonna kill anything around you, anyways.
I suppose it's just if you reckon they're gonna, let's say if you were PvPing, I suppose, and someone you thought they were gonna run in one direction, you'd most probably want to say, oh, he's gonna run in that direction, so I'll spin that way around to try and catch him as he goes past, so to speak.
Ah, I didn't even think that advanced. Yeah, that's definitely a technique you could use to your advantage to control which way you're spinning. Now, there's a second layer to this, and I'll throw this to you because you probably haven't learned it yet. It's a super spin attack.
Ooh. The super spin attack. Okay, so if I use that, I'll chuck it to you. There you go. DG,
Alright, this
if you
one's
want
real
that as
fun.
well.
So basically, you do the spin attacks. So we lock on, hit A and D, and as you're spinning, spam your left click.
Spam left click as you're spinning.
Alright, listen. To any of my viewers that's watching my view, you have noticed that twice now I have shut off completely. Be sure that when you're doing this spin attack, that space is showing you that the sword is in your hand. Go away. Every time I have done it without the sword in my hand, it has completely shut down the Minecraft Technic Launcher and took me back to the main page. So it's duly note, keep the sword in your hand when you're trying to do these moves.
Yeah.
Anyways. Continue forward, Space. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not professional today.
So we've looked at the skill orb of super spin attack, which is apparently Space Nerd's favorite, which is adding basically additional spin per level of the ability by the looks of it, which is quite cool. So you've got another one that you wanted to show us before we move on from this point, haven't you, Space?
Absolutely. And like all these skills are building upon each other. This one is kind of a side skill from the spin attack. So again, using that same basic technique of Z targeting, there is the sword beam. It's a really simple one to use, and it's really fun to spam and annoy Ided and TG with. So what you do, same thing, you lock on, right? And then you hold shift to sneak. So get in the sneaking mode. And have at it. Left click.
Oh my goodness. It sends little crescent moons at you.
Yep.
I feel like Sailor Moon.
Oh, here's the spam.
It's fun.
Alright, so trying to combine these would be quite a crazy thing to do. But yeah, that's actually quite cool. So
It's going to take skill. And I mean, because of the targeting, like, just target onto somebody. Like, target on the Space. Move around for me, Space. And what happens is when that target moves, you'll notice that you've got a little bit of almost a latency in targeting when they're moving fast like that. So if there's several targets in an area, once you hit one, it can decide to either stick to that one till it dies or move on to the next one. So it's quite crazy.
it also
Now,
seems
bring
to
up a
auto lock
pretty
based
good
on
point.
the range as well.
I wanted to address what TG said. So Ided, come and stand next to me. TG, you stand right there, right? So one of the things that the game has to address that problem, if you're locked on to either me or Ided, hit tab, and it'll cycle between your targets that are in your range.
Tab is inventory for me, so...
Yeah, and tab for me is the list of players on the server currently.
Well, yeah, you gotta set in your configs. Let's take a look.
So basically, one thing we've learned here is that when we actually release this, we need to sort out some of the key bindings so it's set up for the player. Because I think Z for me seems to be the best way to target. That looks like a better key than X, just because it's easier to sort of access. Because I have my little finger. I don't know about you, but when I play, I have my little finger over shift, so I can crouch quickly, and then Z to target seems like a pretty reasonable toss-up, so to speak.
Yeah, I just set it to Z, and it's much easier.
Yeah, because you can just sort of move your little finger between the two to lock on and sort of crouch if you need to, and fire rainbow bolts of moon at space. Does that make you feel more at home when we shoot like crescent moons at you, Space?
Okay.
Do you feel like you're going to the moon as it comes towards you?
Here you go. Send you to the moon. Get out of here.
There you go. He disappears off into the sky.
Get out of here.
We had so much fun with that yesterday.
See you later. All right, so that's gonna do it for the sword skills section here. And the next, we're gonna move on to what are we gonna do next, Ided?
I think we should maybe have a look at the mini game that we've added in, because we've added in a brand new mini game. So I suppose if we go over to its home location now, which is over here, I've commandeered Space Nerd's fantastic little shed in the corner, which was previously unused on the map itself. So it's actually not used for anything. So it seemed like a reasonable thing to do. So we've added in an entrance, which is in a position that you couldn't see on the Zelda map. So that's my excuse. That there was always a door here, and it always went to this game. It's just no one ever checked.
True facts.
And that's why it's here. Yeah, man. That's what it's all about. See, all these things that people didn't know about Zelda. But yes, we've added in this. Now, it's a one-player-only mini-game. So I reckon, as Space Nerd, our resident champion at this, I reckon he should go in first to set the pace for the rest of us to have a go. What do you reckon, Space? Do you reckon you can bring it?
Let's get
on it, Light Sonic.
Murdery.
Let's get murdery. Let's get KFC.
So I just wanted to know for you young and up-and-coming programmers, if you want to see how to make this minigame, Ided has an awesome video on his channel. Check it out. All right, let's go and murder some chickens. So we hit the pressure plate. I got teleported into a small room with another pressure plate. I'm going to drop into here. All right, so it looks like
and there you go, your time started.
Yeah, my timer started.
And he's already getting kills.
Murdering chickens, and it's counting them up for me, which is awesome.
Okay, so you've got 23 seconds left, 22, and then he's up to 11 chickens so far. Come on, TG, we've got to kind of demotivate this man because we don't want him having all the kills.
No, I don't want to motivate him at all. I want him to get nowhere near the record. I want him to suck at it.
Yeah, exactly. We need to demotivate him.
Yeah, exactly.
Understand that, yeah, you're no good at this, Space. There's no point in even trying, because you obviously can't even handle a sword.
I was going
do you
easy
even
on
slice?
You guys. Ah, there it is. I got 63.
That's a pretty damn good score. Would you like to go next, TG?
Absolutely.
I reckon I'll go last, because that way I can just fob it off as going last. Obviously means that I got to suck at it more. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it.
Okay,
so
the timer's up.
Yeah, he's got 28 seconds. He's already on to 3, 4, 26 seconds. He's on 7, 8. Come on, TG. Bring home the bacon.
Like half the chickens in here. Usually this place is stacked with them, and I believe this will be the first time that I could almost clear the room. Unlike normal, where there's so many chickens in here that there's no way. Did you use a lot of skills when you was in here, Space?
Oh yeah, I was spinning like a madman. I was using a skill we didn't cover called the dash skill, that will make you run at a high rate of speed at your target and make an annoying noise.
So he's like, I'm going to use a special skill that none of you are even aware of. I'm going to use the kernel skill, which allows me to turn it all into 7 fried chicken.
Oh, that's a great skill. How many herbs and spices are on that chicken?
How many kills did you get, TG?
I don't know. It's not telling me. It's only telling me the time.
Yeah, I can only see the time as well. It's not come up with your kill count.
All right,
I know it's like 40. It was at least 40.
All right. Well, I'm going to give it a go if it's going to let me in. Let's see. I don't think it's going to let me play. It's not having none of it.
It's not resetting.
Something's gone wrong with the command blocks. Oh dear.
Who programmed this damn game?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh no, look. Now he's back in there and he's got 46 kills. Oh, now it's finished.
Blame TG. He broke the game.
Yeah.
He was doing spin attacks without a sword.
So I don't know. So it looks like he got 46 kills. I wonder if it's reset now, because if that's now gone, it means that the game's reset and I should be able to teleport in.
There you go.
Yes, I can see. Because it's all programmed very well, so you can't get in until the other person's game has finished. So, okay, I'm going to give it a go. So here we go. I'm not going to be able to use any of these skills. It's all going to go terribly wrong. Look, no, I can't use the skills. I'm not doing very well. I've got no kills. I can't lock on. I'm not doing this very well at all. I'm just going to kill them by hand, like a normal person would. Like the Colonel would be proud of me for.
What my grandma did was she would grab him by the head and just spin it like a helicopter.
Yeah, exactly. See, she used the sword skills as well, then you're saying, basically.
But she used the chicken itself as the sword.
Ah, see, look, that's the sign of a true pro when you actually use the chicken itself
Oh, you're approaching
as the
my
attack.
53, 54. Nope, didn't beat me. I had 60 something.
That was just no good. Look, I'm still spinning when I come out.
Nice.
55.
Oh, there you are.
So there we go. So that's the actual chicken killer mini game that we've added in, which is a unique entry into the world of Zelda, based on the classic Zelda having an issue with chickens and chickens having an issue with Zelda in the original game. So we thought we'd add that in. So I think it's a good little add-on, I suppose, and it makes it unique because no other Zelda maps that I've seen have got anything close to that saying being that cool.
No, absolutely, and really outright a fun game just to play. I have logged in here by myself and just killed some chickens to blow off steam, I have to admit.
Well, we all know about you and your vast hatred of chicken kind.
I have been known to choke a couple of chicken, but wait, well...
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
And so it descends to that level again. We can't seem to avoid that issue nowadays, can we? We build a pillar and we happen to note that it looks sort of similar to something. We kill some chickens via wrangling their necks and someone happens to be a chicken choker. I'm not sure where the next reference of something of that type's going to come from, but I'm sure we will find a uniquely ingenious way to involve that reference again in the next episode. So watch out for it, guys. Yeah, watch out for it, guys. There's always going to be some sort of genitalia reference in the episodes. It's what we do best. Three guys together, who's not going to talk about it, I suppose. Yes, thanks, Tennessee.
You're welcome.
Deary me. Well, if you're going to do that one, then I'm going to do my own one. But my one goes like this because it's more of a sword. Mine's what's it called? It's a true penetrator. What kind of penetration does your swords get? Anyway, so nonetheless, we've done that bit. We've covered off our Zelda Sword Skills, some of the funky stuff that comes in that. We've covered off our new Chicken Killer mini game, and maybe we'll rename it for the actual game for Chicken Choker, just to give some credit to Space Nerd, because everyone needs to know. We may look at how we're going to program that in to keep the high score. I know TG was all about trying to keep the high score, so you could sort of have a testament to people winning. I'm not sure if I can manage that or not. I'll have a look into what my amazing program abilities can achieve. So for the last part of the episode, because we've got a little bit of time left, most probably only about sort of 5 or 6 minutes, to be honest with you guys. So what would you like to do for this final few minutes? Would you like to have a look at the finished castle? Because we've done more to it since we did it last time, since we had a look.
I would love
TG's
to
done
see
some building.
that.
Yeah, I've finished off the pillars. Yes, pillars.
Mm-hmm.
No references there. And
Washington
TG in his classic old man fashion has done a little bit of gardening.
Oh, how lovely.
The only thing that I couldn't figure out is, I had to ask Ided, these mushrooms right here, man, were really, I still am kind of shaky about, but this was the closest.
Yeah, but that's just the
get.
arthritis setting in.
Oh.
Hey, look, there's gardening references, old man references, and then you're getting shaky. It's obviously something to do with that. But I do agree with you. It's one of those odd things, because in the game, they're massive orange mushrooms. And it's a bit odd looking, to be quite honest. It's not like I don't know what it is with the Zelda games and giant flora and fauna, but they do like to have giant bushes, which are massive, and then giant mushrooms. And I don't know why they're in the garden. They don't look like they're a gardening thing. I don't know. I don't know why they're there. So maybe someone who's watching can answer that question. Why are there giant mushrooms in the castle grounds on Zelda? Is there a purpose by them? You'd think they'd be out in the wilderness because people let mushrooms grow there, but generally you don't grow mushrooms in your garden as like a part of it, especially not like this, like a feature of mushrooms. That's just not right. It would be horrible in real life to have that there.
I couldn't figure anything else out because nothing else. I mean, they got the flat mushrooms, but it didn't kind of look right. And I thought about, okay, there's only 2 on each side of the little path right there. And I was like, that don't look right because it's just these 2 little lonely ones on each side. So I kind of more or less made a small garden of them.
Yeah, maybe that was it. Maybe they thought that the garden needed a little bit spicing up, needs to be a bit more lively. So they put in some fun guy. Oh,
Hey guys, you want to eat some
okay.
shrooms?
That was obviously a terrible joke. I apologize for my fun guy joke. I'll never say it again. I promise.
Okay, guys, I'm eating shrooms. Whoa, the colors.
How the
Yeah.
heck are you eating them?
That
I
looks
went into
weird.
you
adventure.
went,
You've got purple stuff coming off you. You don't look very sanitary at this point.
Dude.
they didn't do anything. Oh yeah, give me a bunch of them.
Here, we
Yeah,
got mushrooms for all of you.
There's not enough there for TG. He's a man with a vast appetite for mushrooms.
You're taking them all, I did. Stop it.
Oh, sorry. Share? Sorry, dude. I didn't mean to
Yeah,
hog the whole
share the
batch,
wealth.
man.
So I wanted to show
again. There
the
we go.
eyeball. Let's take a look at this, guys, because
Ah,
this
the
came
eyeball.
out so good. Like, I'm in awe over it, and it's kind of simple, but it looks so good compared
Yeah,
to the map.
It was the best thing we could achieve based on what the map had. Because the maps, I don't know, it's got sort of like a weird leafy pattern at the top, and then there's just a couple of strands coming off the bottom. But this looks, I don't know, it kind of looks like it's got a crown on this eyeball. But it's about as good as you can get using Minecraft, really.
If
'Cause
you were
Minecraft's not
wondering,
really
we are
designed.
in the Illuminati, by the way, guys.
Yes, yeah. This is the all-seeing eye of Hyrule Castle.
Dun,
Just to
dun,
remind you all when you play this map, when we release it, that we are certainly watching you, like Big Brother. And we will be documenting everything you do, so if you look at anything disturbing whilst playing this, we'll know.
Oh God, I
We'll
don't
know
wanna
what
know.
sites you look at. And we'll plaster them all over the internet. No, we won't, because we'll have no idea. But it's a good idea. I should program it in there, a mod to recognize your browser history, so we can find out what the best sites to go to are. Because like I'm kind of lacking. No, I'm joking.
Wait, there's already a mod for that. It's called Google, and they are watching.
Yeah, Google's always watching, man. But yes, and then there's like obviously space. Yes, no, not space. Sorry, TG added in this funky little doorway. So we've got a doorway now into the castle. He's also added in the downward path to go into the depths of the castle. Nice and scary. Do do do.
And this will look familiar when you start the map because this is one of the first places you visit.
Yeah, exactly that. So we're going to obviously work on getting some command blocks in here to spawn the bad guys that will be in here, because we're going to make sure we have sort of custom spawns that will be triggered. I'm not 100% sure how I'll trigger the spawns, but I'm going to think of some fancy way to trigger the spawns happening. Maybe we'll do it based on pressure plates. Maybe we'll do it based on a detector of radius and stuff like that to have the guys spawn in. Maybe we'll just have it on a timer. So if you don't kill them, they'll just mount up, and then eventually you'll come in here and it'll be devastation for you. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But yeah, so we did that. We've also, on the outside of the castle gates, we've actually added in the little 4 green bits on there as well. So we've got a little bit of a sort of a signature bit at the front there. So we've added that in. So it looks a little bit more funky. So it's a little bit different to how it looked previously, but still keeping in with the theme from the map. We've tried to add in the little touches that weren't there previously.
Really
Come here,
fantastic.
Space. Let me give you a little touch.
He wants to touch you with his sword.
Not in that place. That's what my mommy said no.
Bring your fat ass back here. Is that guy from Family Guy idea? But anyway, so there you go. I'm looking forward to seeing the paper boy.
We have definitely made progress, and we're getting close to the point, guys, where we might be able to release a early review copy. We're going to be working hard at it, and I hope you guys are enjoying what we got so far.
Yeah, I think we'll most probably do our first release after we've done the dungeon section of the castle, because we're going to add in a quest line. There will be quests, so you will have to actually do stuff in this map. It won't just be like a wander around amusement park. It will be an actual quest line based on the actual original game. So me, Space, and TG are going to spend many hours actually playing the game, just so we can get the quest lines out the way and have all of it in there as it should be, so then you guys can come in, play the game as it's supposed to be played, but with the 3D aspect of it being in Minecraft, the greatest game in the world, even though it's now associated with Microsoft. But still.
Wow, had to go that route, really?
Yeah. Had to do
Right,
it.
then.
All right, so I think at that point, though, we're most probably at the end of our episode limit for today. we've done quite well. We've gone through a few different bits, a few new features, so hopefully everyone's got a good understanding of where everything's going. We've got lots of progress underway, and there'll be loads more yet to come, thanks to the undying efforts of Space, TG, and of course myself. So, see you later, guys.
See you later, guys.
Yeah, just because we did it. You're nowhere near as cool. All right, so till next time, look after yourselves, and we'll see you soon.